morning, YouTube. It's a nice day finally down here in Rhode Island. We've been plagued with a bunch of rain and crappy weather, so today is a nice day. So I figured I'd make part 2 of the video of local shop wrecked my Z06. So just to give a little background, if you watched the first video, you know that a local shop was doing some work to my car, dynoing it, and ultimately cracked the fender and tried to welch out of fixing it, and I had to bring it somewhere else and have it done through my own insurance, which they're still chasing him because he's sort of a deadbeat. Nonetheless, so this is how it goes. I've been waiting for a little while to see how the video was doing online and to see how many people were watching it, see how much interest was in it, which seemed like a pretty good amount, which I was surprised to see. So I've had a bunch of requests, obviously, for the part 2 and who did it and all that stuff. So if you're local to Rhode Island, there's not that many shops that do performance work. Not that many shops that are good, should I say, anyway, or that you can trust. This particular shop owner I was friends with for a long time, and you know, back and forth, there's always been some little problem until this, which is in my mind unforgivable. So you know, here it is. The shop owner's name is Ray Leathers. His shop is well, formerly was RKL Performance in West Warwick, Rhode Island. Now, of course, he's changed the name, you know, after all this to try to hide what he was doing. But I was informed that he changed the name of the place to Domestic Dyno in Rhode Island, which is still 43 Astor Street in West Warwick, Rhode Island. But that didn't last long, so as usual, he still doesn't have a sign up outside his business to say who it is. So in this video, I'm obviously including some pictures of his shop and all that stuff, and maybe even a picture of him, just so people know. Now, you're always going to get, you know, one side of the story, and I'm telling mine, and I'm sure he has his own version, but my version of the story is backed up literally by a text message from him saying that he cracked the fender. And then I still have, you know, all the insurance reports and all that to back up what I'm saying. He actually went as far as telling a couple of people that wound up getting back to me that my fender was already cracked when I brought it to him, which is absolutely insane, because I would never, ever have my car damage to it and drive it around and not have it taken care of. But like I said, I have the text message, which I'll post up also on here so you guys can see it. It says how we cracked the fender and how we wanted to fix it and all that other stuff. You know, it's a lesson learned. You know, sometimes you can trust people, sometimes you can't, but you sort of got to protect yourself with something that you got a lot of money involved in. Cars, houses, whatever it is. And you know, you got to be skeptical of everybody, and you got to protect yourself as much as possible. And I cannot emphasize this enough, but please, if you bring your car to anyone, please bring it to a reputable shop that has a good name for it. There's plenty of great shops that deal with Corvettes all throughout the country and have very good track records. One of the great ones I've heard about is RPM Motorsports, which I believe is in Delaware, I think. One of the local guys I train at the gym with, he actually had his car done, his Z06, I think it's an 09. Heads, cam, package, intake, and car makes phenomenal power. And he said those guys were nothing but professional. Well worth it, trailing the car down there, dropping it off and having it work done, you know, just for peace of mind. My whole experience turned into a giant headache. And, you know, still to this day, it's been over a year, and it still pisses me off to this day. to think about what I had to go through with it. And, you know, ultimately, my car still has a mark on its Carfax now because of the whole brake cracking of the fender, which my car has never had any incidences, clean Carfax up to this. So with that said, I have talked to a couple of lawyers with you guys recommending it and stuff like that, and they said that I should move forward with suing him for the depreciation of the vehicle based on that. So I'm pretty sure that that's what we're going to be doing, serving him with some papers and bringing him to court. I'm not sure of the exact amount, but I would imagine it's going to be pretty substantial, you know, given what happened with the car and the depreciation and time I went without the car and all that other stuff. Maybe I'll win, maybe I won't. But the best thing to do is get his name out there so other people don't make the same mistake and have the same problem. The crazy thing is, you know, the more and more people I've talked to have had bad experiences with them, doing a lot of shady stuff to their cars, taking parts off their cars and switching them out for other things, and this all crazy stuff. Hopefully somebody else comes out and talks about it on camera so you guys at least know what the hell's going on. The one other thing that I've recently been brought to light, and I'm not sure how I'm going to find this out, but the same individual that cracked my fender, he actually did the heads, cam, and intake on my car also, and that's why it was on the dyno. Now the thing with that is, the car made phenomenal power, but I noticed that the car made a lot of torque, more than, you know, a lot of comparable cars to it. And it seemed like it fell off in the RPMs kind of early, about 6,400 RPMs or something like that, or that's when he shut it down and said it wasn't making any more power. But one of my friends actually said to me that he either retarded or advanced the cam. So that would have made it make the more torque. There's a car on a couple of occasions, the car made like 575 foot-pounds of torque. Now don't get me wrong, the car is fast as can be, but you know, it only made 602 rear wheel, and then, you know, a couple of times 585 and 575, stuff like that. I just feel like comparable cars with the same package, you know, depending on dyno, weather, all that, but I figured that the car should have made at least 630 wheel. I've got a lot of good stuff on it. But I'll save that for another video. I'll probably do a price breakdown of, you know, everything and the heads that I've used on the car and all that stuff. Let you guys know what's going on, if you're interested, of course. But like I said, that's everything that I wanted to tell you guys. Hopefully you take the information and use it wisely, and protect yourselves as best you can, and keep your car out of the hands of idiots. I can't emphasize that enough. But with that said, I've got the vet out on a nice day, morning, about 54 degrees. You know how well these naturally aspirated cars love that. So I'm going to enjoy it. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.